Hey guys, this is Juno. I know I am late to the party, but I'm going to be talking about the event, the 6-star Legend Rune Craft event, explain to you guys which runes I'm going for, and also trying to break down what I think early game players should pick, and also maybe mid game players and late game players don't even watch this video because obviously they are going to be making rational decisions for their own account as they should know, where they are at in the game. Probably having a better account than me, I'm confident that they know what rune to pick for their account. What I do primarily is definitely only go for either Violent, Will, Despair, or Swift. And it's going to only be like slot 2, 4, and 6. So you could account for those, look at your rune quality, see where you're lacking the most, and then make their rational decision on which rune to go for. But for some early game players, and also mid game players, they are not too sure about that. And I know last week a lot of videos already came out regarding this event, so I'm pretty sure you guys got a ton of information from a lot of other content creators in this game. Respectively, a lot of them are higher level than me, so I'm pretty sure whatever they said is all correct. But I also know that some people want to get my input, so here I am giving out my thoughts. Now, before we go into what I think early game, mid game players should choose, I will tell you what I am going for. For me, I am at a state where I do think I have decent Violent rune quality, also Will rune quality, even Despair rune quality. If I lack anything, it will be speed. So I am going for a Swift rune. One rune, I am gambling on Swift. And now, is that the right way to go? I'll explain that later, but yeah, I'm going for Swift so that I could get a quad on this slot 4 crit rate rune. Why not a HP percent slot 6 or even a slot 4? Good question, because an HP percent slot 6 will actually be a decent improvement for my Swift runes. However, I think any fast unit right now in RTA benefits from a fast crit rate rune. Things like Ethna, obviously, no questions asked. Even Escher, you will make it on crit rate if you want to do damage. Some people will disagree, saying like HP percent is just as useful for Escher. That is correct. But for me, I like to get damage from my supportive units as much as I could because I tend to draft more of a defensive style. When I look at the end, my draft just consists of all of supports, and you find yourself lacking a lot of damage. For me, I prefer Swift Eschers on crit rate, so it's just a my thing. If you're different, that's not wrong. Okay, it's not wrong. You can go for that HP percent slot 4 or slot 6 because again, a lot of the attack bar boosters, a lot of just fast units in general, for example, the popular Water Angel these days, even let's say Wedge Rat, they all will benefit more on a tankier slot 6 or slot 4 Swift rune. So if you're going for that, it's not wrong. But for me, I do want to get a faster Ethna if possible. Everybody adores and strives to get a Ethna like Ababo because Ababo's Ethna is disgusting. It's disgusting but beautiful at the same time. It's disgusting because you know that it's going to take you a ton of money to get that kind of Ethna or a ton of luck, and beautiful because it's just like a perfect Ethna to have. Like it has all the stats, it has the speed. We all want that. So striving for that, I am going to gamble one of my potential best runes in the game onto the Swift rune. Some people will call it crazy, some people call it stupid. The truth of it is, if you win, you're the hero, and if you lose, you're stupid. Yeah, so I'm going for that. My other rune is going to be a slot 6 HP Violet rune. Now, I'm going for this because, not because I lack these slot 6 HP runes. I actually have a decent amount of them. And, well, decent amount is kind of an overshot because in some people's eyes, it'll be like really bad. I have a decent amount of 24 pluses. Not a good amount of 27 pluses, but I have a good amount of 24 pluses, so I'm kind of being like, okay, I think I'm okay there. However, you will never have enough of these. Well, technically, I guess if you have 50 of them, because when you rune up units for RTA, your box is tend to max at 50. You could rune up more, but it gets a little annoying because you have to search for them when you're drafting. So I think 50 is a good number. If you have 50 slot 6 HP runes that are faster than 24 speed, then you're at a good spot. Definitely. I'm not there. So I think Violent HP percent being such a universal rune that's being used heavily in RTA, I can't go wrong with it. But recently I watched a stream, Skit. I watched Skit a lot. and he is going for a slot 4 HP rune. And initially, I never thought of slot 4 HP. I always thought there were better options there, like crit rate, crit damage. I mean, crit damage kind of died out in RTA, but you know what I'm saying. There's other options. But if you think about it, there's even more options in slot 6. So I kind of went back and looked at my slot 4 HP runes in Violent, and I noticed that I don't have enough fast HP slot 4 runes. So I'm actually thinking of changing this. Going for that slot 4 HP rune instead. And if I do get a faster rune there, I think even the 24 rune, actually it won't be an upgrade, but it will be a good addition. Because I think I have a few fast ones, like 28, 29, but in total it's like 5 runes maybe. So getting one more there compared to slot 6 having like 10 will be a big plus in my eyes. But right now, this is what I chose. But this could definitely change to a slot 4 HP percent rune. Now, I know a lot of people still don't know, especially if you didn't watch any other content creator, is that you get 10 free rolls a day. So guys, you should have started making this rune day 1. Because every day, you get 10 free chances to roll this. So the earlier you do it, the more you have to roll this rune without spending your emblems. So if you guys didn't know that, just letting you guys know right now, that is what you guys should do. Now going to what the early game players and mid game players should choose. For early game players, I am 100% confident the winning rune slot is going to be slot 2 speed. I think you can never go wrong with slot 2 speed. Now you can argue that you can't go wrong with slot 4 HP, slot 6 HP, with even 18 speed. And the other subsets being decent, for example, attack percent, defense percent, like max rolls, it won't be a bad rune and you will use it till you stop playing the game, most likely. However, I think the most you could get out of is definitely the slot 2 speed rune. So if you don't have a really nice slot 2 violent rune, slot 2 speed violent rune, or a slot 2 despair or will rune, I think those aren't a bad choice. If I go back playing a new account, let's say I started a new account today with this event, I will be crafting 2 slot 2 speed runes, to be fair. And that might be stupid because some people might say, hey, but you're losing the chance to get your first quad. Yeah, that's huge, but that's a chance. That's a chance. And to be fair, I think with those slot 2 speed runes, it's not a chance to get a good rune. It's going to be a great rune however it rolls. It just doesn't have to roll minimum all 2 times after you get the best rune out of the plus 6. So that is my opinion, is how I play the game. You could disagree. You could be like, hey, Juno, you are dumb. And fair. Maybe the way I'm playing the game is dumb. And maybe that's why I'm slower than everybody else. But to be fair, I did pick a lot of Swift runes on these events. And I have been playing since these events came out. I think I went through all of these rune crafting events. And I didn't get any quads from the Swift runes. I don't think I even got a triple roll in the Swift runes. I think double and nothing for all of them. So knowing that could happen, and I barely use those runes these days, especially in RTA, I don't use it. It's just not fast enough. The only place I use it is in Siege. I don't think it's a good choice. I think I'd rather go for a rune that I could use up to late game in RTA. And I am 100% sure that you will use that rune, that slot 2 speed rune, in RTA if you go for that. Now for mid-game players, it's a little different. I am going to assume that you have a slot 2 speed rune. If you don't have a good rune there, then yeah, I'll go for it still as a mid-game player. Maybe one at least, Violent, because again, it's the most universal set. Definitely go for that. But if you think, no, I think I have some decent slot 2 speed Violent runes, Despair runes, Will runes, then again, I think a selection like mine without the Swift is all good. So go away slot 4 HP Violent rune, slot 6 HP Violent rune, or crit rate, accuracy, even accuracy sometimes. It could be worth it if you think that you could get all the other stats from your other runes. But I know some people argue that the units are just too squishy in that case. I tend to differ in that opinion because if you could get all the accuracy in one rune, then I think you could get all the tankiness, spread it out from the other runes with speed with that. And I think that's where, maxing out efficiency really plays out and allow you to get that kind of rune quality and build. But again, some people don't want to believe it, and that's fair. That's fair, because if you already see success the way you're playing the game, why you listen to anybody else? Because you're seeing success. So I would probably not go Swift as a mid-game player still. But as a mid-game player, I also know that you have the tendency of wanting a quad, especially a Swift quad. If you have a Swift quad, it's kind of like a game changer. Your fastest set becomes a whole nother level. And some people just want to feel that adrenaline. And if you're that kind of person, you know, want to gamble it, then sure, go for it. I'm at that spot because, like I said, I have like decent amount of good runes. But if I was a mid-game player, I'll probably go with slot 4 or slot 6. Most likely HP still, because it is the most universally used percentage stat. Probably HP on both of them. If not, I will go Violent or Crit Rate or Will. A Violent, Will, or Despair Crit Rate rune on slot 4. Again, I think crit rate runes are a lot more used these days. Same scenario with how the accuracy works. If you could get all the crit rate in one rune that's fast, you could really get the other substats from your other runes. So I think crit rate runes are heavily preferred these days. A lot of damage dealers or sub damage dealers are on crit rate. For example, again, Ethna. Again, you're getting all the crit rate plus the speed. Another one is probably Tessarion. I think Tessarion goes crit rate as well. And Veladril, the famous Veladril, goes on crit rate as well. Well, it's popular to go on crit rate. You could be different. But because of that, I think that's a good rune. And again, the other one should be an HP percent rune. So that is my opinion on this event. I really don't think I have anything else to say. Please don't take it early. These are my settings. For my crit rate rune, I definitely want percentage stats all around. Again, going for that max efficiency. If I can't get it, I'll probably want accuracy the most over crit rate or resistance. So it's going to be all percentages or double percentages with attack percent and then accuracy. That's what I'm going for, at least 7 in everything, preferably 8 in multiple, and the speed 6 has to be always there. You're not giving up on that speed. For this one, Violent is a little different. You can see I didn't select the last criteria because, again, for max efficiency, I just want that speed, attack, and defense percent. Again, almost at max. The last one, probably want accuracy again because I think it's better. It's more preferred over a lot of units because a lot of these units these days need accuracy. Even Mei Wang, right? You still want 20-30% accuracy for that defense break, for stun. There's just too many things that units could do these days. Having that accuracy helps a particular skill. It should be helping a particular skill, right? So I would want that over anything else. So maybe I should put accuracy here rather than leaving it blank. And I'll definitely want at least 7% there as well. The same criteria remain. The 6 speed has to be there. You are not giving up on that speed. And definitely the percentage stats, I think at least double has to be max. And the rest has to be like a 6 or 7 for you to justify taking the rune. If not, why take it when you have so much time? You have 44 days to roll this rune. And I'm pretty sure if you're an active player, you'll have enough emblems to get all the other event, rewards whatsoever. Keep rolling until you get the perfect rune, because this is really the only time you have a chance to get your fastest and a perfected rune outside of the innate. So that's kind of a bummer. I wonder if this gives an innate. I just noticed, because I know the other rune event gave an innate. If that's the case, that's gonna suck because I can't really pick it out. Let's see. It doesn't look like you'll get an innate. I'm not sure. I have to roll a little bit more. I haven't seen it, I think, or maybe I just ignored it. But we'll see that. If you could get an innate, then preferably you would want something with an innate. But now that criteria becomes really big, and especially if you already got a perfect rune, do you want to risk it? If you have rolls left over, sure, go for it. But I don't think I'll be actively using my emblems to be looking for an innate perfect rune because it's going to be such a slim chance. But yeah, that was it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are taking advantage of the rune event. I'm going to try my best to take advantage of it. At least hoping I'll get one improvement or equal to one of my best runes. I think the only quad I got from this event was my slot 6 HP rune, a Will rune that has 30 speed. And I think it was a 25 quad. So it was a low quad, but it was a quad. It was my only quad that I ever got from all of these rune events. So come on. Hope for the luck. I hope for your luck as well. Get fast runes, guys. Get better runes. And progress in the game. See ya.